Hello guys, welcome back. It feels weird. I'm done a couple days ahead as far as God of the Day goes. And to actually then come on, it feels like I'm time traveling. We're having ever so much fun. I made an Walmart order on the last day of November and the first day of December. Part of my order just arrived today in 2 boxes. It was like two little small orders they could have just put in one medium box, and luckily, the UPS guy thought it was funny, but I was like, ugh. And I said, I am so sorry. I said, they broke my order up into like 8 or 20 packages. He just laughed. He thought it was funny. Well, we'll see how funny he thinks it is when he has to come back Monday and tomorrow. I think Friday, maybe Tuesday. So yeah, like Walmart took my order is like, so I'm getting like 5 billion little packages sent to me. I have no idea why. Remind me next year, do not shop for groceries around Black Friday or Thanksgiving. And it was just that lined up with something else. Oga's been working on me to order MREs. I used to order one every year. I used to order a pack of 12, and that would be a lot of our dinners during, the cold months. And we do it like maybe we do it on his day, which, varies for people, but we would do it on his day or something. There's so much food and so many calories in those things. You can actually split them up and not eat the whole thing. You don't have to be dragging yourself around the house for 2 weeks after. Anyhow, the Loas, you have probably guessed, are back in. The Greek gods are back in. The Norse gods haven't gone anywhere. And a wolf has been jumping in my lap just to make sure I love the wolf most of all. Because Odin's very ambitious, and Odin keeps admitting to me when he comes over he's very ambitious. He does look a little bewildered. And I'll give him credit because the gods will sacrifice their personal time with us so that we learn something. They would rather have that for themselves, but their first duty is to make sure we become better people, more or less. I'm getting going back here. And, there was a time in my life that I worked with Udon on a daily basis, and long story short, they stopped working. And that sounds mercenary, but the understanding of Udon as a religion is you work with love and walk with the Udon Loa, and they help you. And if they stop helping you and they start giving you excuses, and it goes on for a very long time, which it did, you have to go find out what's wrong. And I could not find out what was wrong, no matter what Ugon or Mambo I would talk to. One would say you need this, and one would say you need that. No matter what I did, nothing was getting better. I went and got reading everything. And there's no practical way for me to be in a house. I'm kind of 4F material for you older people. There's no reason for me to join a house. I wouldn't be able to be useful. So, we parted ways. That's actually when La Santa came into my life, and she picked up a lot of the slack. But as wonderful as she was, we were very lonely because we were off together alone, and that was kind of a lonely time in my life. Don't get sad. It was kind of lonely because my mom had died. And I was getting to adult for the first time, but, luckily La Santa was here. And then eventually the Norse gods brought me full circle, and then we've been having the battles for the house, but Odin will teach you whatever way possible. If he has to fight you on something for years, he's totally ready for that campaign. He'd rather not hurt you, but if you're stubborn as hell and you think you have to fight for everything to earn it, he'll make you do that. Now, full disclosure, Friday's video, I had a dream from that gentleman last night and this morning, and I think it was, I can at least teach you. I can't do anything for you anymore. Not Odin, not Loki. I just want you to be surprised, but it was, I can't do anything for you anymore for whatever reason, but I will teach you if you'll let me. It was running an island and giving acting lessons, and you have to think of this when you see Friday's video. Because I was like, oh, teach people how to act, because sometimes he talks to me in metaphors, and I think they feel kind of bad because, between me and the Loa, we should have all been able to figure out, in the Greek gods and the Norse gods, what happened. What went wrong? Is somebody, purposely putting a roadblock up or something? And we didn't think it was that. It seems to be one of those, goddamn motherfucking clock. It seems to be one of those life lessons. I was doing so well, too. I wasn't swearing. Anyhow, It just seems to be one of those life lessons, and Odin's been watching me very carefully bring the food on Lokean, and he keeps coming over and telling me, "Sweetheart, this isn't a Hallmark movie. It's not a test of your loyalty, though I am interested to see what you do." And basically, they can't do anything for you anymore, and they cannot help you. And that hasn't changed from years ago. And he said, "What you choose to do now is up to you." And then he gets really quiet like he does. And I'm like, well, this might not be a test from them, and it's not like I pass this test and then magical help falls from the sky. That's not what this is, guys. But it is one of Odin's integrity tests, and it's one of Loki's integrity tests too, because I know when Loki gets super quiet and actually isn't coming forward for attention, either A, he's imitating somebody, or B, he's putting me through a test. I've learned that the teacher is always quiet during the tests. I go, ooh, back here. So they're watching me because they've pointed out, they said, this isn't a joke, this isn't a Hallmark movie, it isn't about, you let them in and everything will be okay, and da 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 da, and they'll magically regain these powers, and you'll have like being living on a yacht or something. They're like, we want to make absolutely sure you know, and I know. Um, it's not their fault. It seems like the voodoo and Loa work to a point with people, and then it just stops. And you can do all the rituals, you can not do rituals, you can go get a reading, you can not get a reading, you can go attend a house. I haven't tried that because there's no house here. But no matter what you do, sometimes it just doesn't work, and they can't tell you why sometimes. And it didn't work out for me, but I'm like, damn it, you're my family. You're staying around here. Some of them are a real pain in the ass, full disclosure, but I love them anyway. And I'm not talking about Ogu. He's an utter gentleman, helps keep things to a dull roar. So does Papa Dambala and usually Legba. There's just one that he's a pain. He knows it too. I'm getting this sense of pride. You'll be hearing about him on Friday. They're a pain in the ass. And Loki and Odin are happy because they do like having more friends. And I know this sounds cheesy, but you know how Bob Ross said trees get lonely too? I'm like, God's got to get lonely too. So now the gods, the goddesses, the Loa, angels, saints, I really don't care. They can all hang out together. If you work with the Voodoo and Loa, by default you work with God. So there you go. You got angels, saints, you got the Voodoo and Loa, and you got God. So if you're having those pagan crises of not wanting to work with God yet being drawn to work with God, think of Udon. I'm not saying that lightly either. It's like you automatically get God. Now, there are different ways to look at that, and I don't want to have an argument over, theology, but it's just kind of all coming together. And I was watching these goofy videos called God Winks, and we're going somewhere with this. And it just seems like this guy wrote a bunch of books, Squire something, something. And you would think it would have blown up, right? Well, I think people are getting a little more savvy because, I think people have realized that some of these morning programs, they're Christian when it's convenient. Do you know what I mean? They're Christian when it makes them look good and it's convenient, it's not too hard to do. I think he is a preacher, and he admitted he's using these books to get people back into church, and everything went. People don't want to hear that. People want to have the relationship with their higher power that they are comfortable with. If you tell some people it has to be church, it's never going to happen. If you tell some people you do you, then they're going to have a wonderful spiritual life. Church isn't for everyone. Belonging to a house or a circle or whatever you call it is not for everyone either. So we're just having a good time. And Loki's got the wiggle waggles because, did I tell you, Oku had me order MREs? We used to do it every year. It was a thing we did together, and we're going to have these coming because, like I said, Walmart split my order into like 12 different little packages. So I was lucky. I got a bake today, and if we're running out, we're not going to run out of food, guys. Don't worry. I got like a week or so. But I forgot how bad deliveries can be sometime during the winter. So luckily, we've got enough food in the house, and that stuff will be trickling in over a week's time. It's not going to finish coming in until like Monday. And I ordered it like the last of last month or like the first of this month, but what are you gonna do? And look, it's been kind of antsy. I didn't get an advent calendar this year. I said, I got a box of chocolates. It's close enough. I said, it's something I like to, I have my certain set ways, and I like to order it before, December and have it. And then I never remember to open it until like the 10th or this year, last year rather. It was like January, February or something. So I said, it's okay. We can skip one this year, but we're doing okay. And I know that was kind of newsy, but I feel like I haven't done this for a while. The FaceTime thing. We're kind of wrapping up God of the Day. There are like, in one way, we could go on forever. But in another way, like I said, I'm gauging how good of a relationship did we have. Did we work together for at least, a year or so? Do I have a couple minutes material? Or is it going to be me vaguely remembering having met this god once? To me, that's not worth a video. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.